Good evening and welcome to Boom Market Stock Show. This is your host Rian Opson, and it is another bloodbath actually for Wall Street. It looks like it's going to end in the red. If I just have to look at the indexes, especially the US 30 actually at 1.4% down. The NASDAQ is at 1.8%, and it looks like it's on its way actually to 11,400. That was someone actually said this morning on my radio show at Mixler. Please, guys, do log in there in the mornings where someone was actually saying, listen, yeah, it looked like it's going to go to 11,400, and that is where maybe it will get stabilized there. I was looking at the S&P 500. That is actually my indicator. If the S&P 500 breaks that 3,800 mark, then look, then it's going further down. So I'm actually looking at 3,800. And once it breaks that point, then look, then it's done. Then it looks like it will going to stop further. Look, as I said earlier, it looks like we are more in a diarrhea situation where the market is literally flushing out everything. Not everything, but obviously the minor selling. So it looks like there's a bit of a diarrhea that is currently happening. And if you look at the S&P 500, which is my main indicator, if it actually falls there about 40%, then obviously then we're looking at the bear market. But if it goes around 20%, I would say then it's just a correction. But it did actually maybe slightly stabilize, but I will not say much on that. But I look more at the 3,800. If it breaks that point, then for the S&P 500, then I would say, okay, I need to change my story and say, listen, yeah, we're looking at now at the bear market. But the main story is actually the crypto world. Look, it is a bloodbath there. Bitcoin is battling there at about 28,000 against the US dollar. We're looking at Ethereum as well. I'm just going to share my screen with you. We're looking at Ethereum, and that looks also not so pretty at all. I'm just actually opening it up. All right. We're looking at Ethereum, which is my favorite one, and that one is getting a bit butchered. That is about 5% down. Bitcoin is, as I said, it's battling at about 28,000. We have Ethereum that is literally sitting there at about negative 5% down. Look, if you look at also at the Luna story, Luna has been totally wiped out. And this was actually an article that was written actually earlier. The price of the Terra Luna cryptocurrency has fallen by more than 99%, wiped out the fortunes of crypto investors. Terra, which ranked among the top 10 most valuable current cryptocurrencies, dropped below $1 on Wednesday, having peaked close to 120 last month. Other coins also appear to be in trouble, if not to be some extent. Look, it is bad in the crypto market. If you go to Twitter, you will hear people crying that they lose their entire life savings and in Luna, and it's just a bloodbath that is currently going on there. It looks like the Bitcoin is on its way to about 20,000. It has been hanging in there, but the thing is, the pressure of the United States dollar, it is enormous. It pushed some heavy pressure on, especially the cryptocurrencies. And you look also at your commodities, the dollar is actually reigning king, as we say. Now, I'm going to share something with you, which doesn't look pretty at all, but this is actually my crypto portfolio. If you look at, I actually bought some, but I'm just sorry about that. Just actually have the wrong screen that I'm actually zooming up here. I'm actually, if you look at my Bitcoins, is actually down by 23%. This one, my portfolio is not that big in the crypto. So I was literally throwing, I think it's a month or two ago, where I just throw actually money into some coins. And my Ethereum is down 23%. I can't even pronounce this thing's name. It's 32%. Syntech, that is about 33%. Look, I've got some Shiba coins also that is down by 50, say close to 55%. I got some Sushi Swap is also down by 55%. So this is actually my portfolio that I actually just showing you now. It is bad, 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 bad. This one is down by 65%. It is a bloodbath. So look, I was literally putting money into crypto to go and see actually how this whole entire thing works, because I can talk about it and tell you not to invest in it and all of those things. But the whole thing is I need to do it myself to have the experience. And this is actually quite a nice experience, I must say. It's quite a heavy blow. But the whole thing is, as I said, it's for me for experience and also to say what is going on and also learn about the crypto, because it's no use I only learn about theoretical stuff, but I don't apply it. So that is why I apply it, and it doesn't look good at all. So one thing for sure, if you are invested in your cryptocurrency and all of those things, or invest in anything, look, there will be blood. There will be blood. That you can assure yourself. You can't cry now and say, oh, I lost. Listen, once you enter the market and you are not prepared to lose, please don't invest. Don't stay far away as possible from the market, because here, I'm sorry to say it, but you will get fucked over if you don't actually want to have losses. So if you don't want to incur losses, rather go chill at Steers or at McDonald's, eat your burger, and don't actually worry about trading. Because if you are not prepared to lose, you will not learn anything from the market. You have to be prepared. That is what I did. I put some money in. I'm seeing my ass. But listen here, this is how it works. You just have to learn. As a lot of people say, it's school fees or whatever. There's no other way how you bloody learn. There's no other way. So you just have to take the hits, and you need to get the fuck up and go forward with it. If you don't want to do it, please don't. Honestly, don't, because I'm just seeing a lot of bitching around the whole time, where a lot of people are like, listen, that is how the whole thing works. So please, the market is red, and there will be blood also. There's one, Bitcoin seems it's retracing, cryptos are gonna give some. There's someone actually here, Samaka, Bitcoin seems it's retracing, cryptos are gonna give us high blood. Look, there is blood. There's definitely blood. And for me, it looks like it's time for me actually to go back in the market and start to buy. That's why I actually pointed out, when there's blood on the street, that is actually how you go in. But you obviously need some assistance on that if you want to go into the market again. The whole thing is there's still a lot of liquidity in the market. It's not in the interest rates in the United States. It's at 10%. I would understand if they lift up the interest rates quite aggressively and it's at 10%. Although they say they will hike it up quite aggressively. But it's still at about a 1% now. And there's still a lot of liquidity into the market. Although the bulls allow the diarrhea to happen, and the bulls will definitely come back. And that's why I say I look at the S&P 500. If that one is hitting 338, if it breaks that, then we're in shit. But if it sits there, and then it has the potential of going back up again. And that's why we will see all the other indexes, and maybe your cryptos can actually, can go basically up again. So if I just actually gonna go there to the S&P, I just want to show you guys this. This is actually what I have in mind, because it's already on 3.8. If it goes further there to this line, then because that is actually where 20% is, 20% from the top. So if it actually breaks further down, then we are in shit. So that's why I calculate 20% from the top. And that is actually where the 20% is. If it goes further on, then definitely we are in some serious trouble. So let us actually go on. I hope that the S&P 500 will actually move, or the cryptos will actually move with the S&P 500. If not, then Bitcoin will definitely see about 20,000 and even other cryptocurrencies. Please drop your comments and likes and questions. I'm here to answer them. Now, the whole thing is also to do with the PPI number for today. For me, this was actually quite astonishing. Although the PPI number did actually go up quite aggressively. This is the producer price index of the United States. It was stable at 0.5. It's in line with the forecast, but the core PPI actually dropped a bit to a 0.4. On the other side, your job claims numbers did actually start to creep up, which shows that there's a bit of unemployment in the United States, or the unemployment numbers might actually go up in the United States coming in the next NFP number. So this one was at 0.4. It is a bit stable. It's not that it increased with a 1% or 2%. So the PPI number is a bit stable. So we might see only a 0.5% that is now coming in June. But then this bloody witch come today. This bloody lady, Pelosi bashed big oil, pitching a plan to make gas prices increases illegal. Listen, it sounds actually good if she wants to make gas price illegal. So one thing, what she means there for South Africans is the petrol price. So if you want to increase petrol prices, it will be illegal in the United States. If that is the case, listen, oil, I will not say oil companies, but your petrol stations will definitely close overnight because they will not make profit out of it. And also your oil producers will close overnight because there's no profit. There's no motivation for them to wake up in the morning and go to work. It sounds good. And that is where a lot of people comes in. Policies like this, it is bloody ridiculous how people can even think about this. Patch's plan to make gas prices increases illegal. It sounds bloody good. It sounds bloody good because nobody wants to pay for oil prices and high gas prices. I understand that. But the consequences of that is that oil producers will say, not the fuck. I'm not fucking investing in here because what is the use for me to drill this bloody oil and the oil prices and the demand is high, but I can't make a profit. It will bloody close. Petrol stations will close and even your oil producers will shut it down. So the stupidity of this administration that is currently happening in the United States, it's bloody sick. These guys, I don't know what the hell do they have for brains, bricks or anything else. So, but that is actually what they're thinking of. I hope it doesn't work, but because if it does, the situation will get very ugly. On the other side, gold. This one is actually interesting. Gold looks like it's going down actually quite fast. And this is actually where it is now. Gold is sitting at 1823. And I did say this one will go down. Now, I did say that you need to close at gold price because I was more afraid about inflation. So I was afraid of inflation numbers might be out of hand and we might see actually gold come down. But I did actually think that inflation will be lower and that might push up the gold price. But that was not the case. So inflation was a bit stable and gold prices is actually continuing going down. Now, please keep an eye on that one. And I think gold prices is well on its way to 1680. You can go in tomorrow, you can go in on Monday, but I will definitely start to go with gold. Once you trade with gold, honestly speaking, you need to be patient on that one. You can't now chop and change and every time the gold price go up or you use a higher margin or a higher volume, listen, you will get stopped up. This is not the lotto. So if you want to trade with gold, be patient on that one because it can mess you up if you go in with a high volume. And if you have a small account, please don't even bother to trade with gold because you will get wiped out immediately. But as I said, I'm waiting for the bulls to come back because of the amount of liquidity that is still in there. The last part is the trader's favorite. A lot of people's favorite is actually this one. This is actually the NASDAQ. Now, this is actually the NASDAQ because one guy was actually saying that there's a possibility that the NASDAQ might actually go. That was on the radio show earlier at 10 o'clock. It is actually will go to 11,400, and once it gets there, it looks like it will get a bit of support. That was his opinion. He was definitely not far off, and it's still not closing in Wall Street. We might see a bit of more blood coming for the NASDAQ. Now, on my side, I'm not in for a sell here, nor on the S&P 500. I want this diarrhea to get out of the way. Now, the bond market in the United States is actually the 10-year bond yield is actually going a bit down. And it looks like it's actually on that situation where the NASDAQ can reverse because there's a very strong relationship when it gets to the bond yields that are spiking up and down and go up aggressively. And then the NASDAQ is going down. The bond yield looks like it's coming down for the last few days. and there's a possibility that obviously it will be cheaper for them to borrow money, and that might actually push up the NASDAQ. So be alert on that one. I think I think his name was in Paul this morning. Actually said 11,400. That is where you will look at things. For this morning, and for today, yesterday as well, I did basically nothing. I want this diarrhea to get rid of it. And if the S&P 500, which is my indicator, if that hits the stability at about 13,800, that is where I will look at things to go back into the market. But for now, I just want this diarrhea to go out, and that is where I actually will start to invest. Very importantly is also the yen. That when the yen moves so violently, especially against the US dollar, even the US dollar is strong, but the yen is still performing well, then actually it is a big question mark there, because then it means there's a lot of fear and the market is moving into safety. So please be very careful if you open up trades tomorrow. It's Friday. I will not be on live, not on the radio as well. So please be very careful on the market. But as I said, I would like this diarrhea to get out of the way. Maybe we'll see our last selling tomorrow. But I will just look at it. If it's stabilized, then I will go back. But if it's like this, going down the whole time, because there's still a lot of liquidity, interest rates are still low in the United States, then I will actually back off a bit and wait until the diarrhea is finished. So that is it from my side. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Thanks a lot for the comment. And then I will see you guys on Monday at 10 o'clock. Please don't forget my morning shows on Mixler, on the radio station that is now on Mixler. So that is it from my side. See you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.